Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here and you like a pond build or anything else koi related, be sure to hit that subscribe button to make sure you don't miss out on any future content. And if you're returning, welcome back. So after last week's absolute disaster, things are starting to get back on track again. A few jobs I need to be doing, and obviously mainly I want to make sure that what happened last week is not going to happen again. Another expensive mistake, but you know, from these things that are thrown our way. As always, feel free to drop me a comment in the comment section below. Like these legends did here, it's always good to hear from you. So yeah, without further ado, let's crack on and see what we can get achieved. See you soon. Right, first up I've just done waste pipe. Now it's from my waste pump. Obviously it goes into the drain there, it goes across the decking, under there, round the back of the pond and into the waste pump in the filterhouse, which we'll go and take a look at now. Right, so yeah, there's another pump there. It's a 10,000 litre per hour pump coming out the side of the drum. It comes up and out the back of the filterhouse. There's my control for it. Obviously, like I said before, I've not got trickle in, trickle out because my drain is higher than the pond. So I'm going to have a look now at setting this up. I'm going to pump some water out. Obviously I need to sort this nitrate and nitrite issue out that I've got. So yeah, let me pump some water out, and basically this one's going to be on a timer. Yeah, that's on a timer switch. So I can control that remotely, or I can set a timer for say every 6 hours to pump out a load of water, and then my auto top-up system will re-top up the pond. So I'll have a look at getting that set up now. So yeah, I've got that set to 100%, and my top-up system is topping up already. Leveling the drum looks good. The pond. Yeah, got water pumping out. That's a good start. I will tidy all this pipe up at some point. I'll tuck that underneath the decking. So yeah, that's working fine. Levels are still good. So yeah, got it on the time. Stopwatch now. I'm just going to time see how much water we change in 2 minutes. And then I'll get back to you, let you know how it went on. Right, so this is a bit of a mad one, because I'm waiting for the pump to fill up, the pond to fill back up again. But it seemed like the level was dropping, which I couldn't understand. I came over here just by chance, and there was still water coming out of this pipe, even though I switched the pump off. So it was acting like a siphon. So even though the pump had been switched off, it was still pulling water. Now this pipe was lower down into the drain, so whether it's, once it starts, obviously the drag of this falling down here, drag of the water falling down this pipe is obviously going to pull water through the system. So I'm just going to need to raise that up a little bit. So this is uphill, this pipe here, and hopefully that will eliminate the pond being siphoned. So lucky I spotted that one. So pond's clear again. Can't really tell that well with the reflection off the mirror, but yeah, water is pretty damn clear again after that nightmare of a weekend, or last couple of days that we've had. Still doing water changes. I haven't tested the water today, but obviously I've just set up my auto water change kind of system. So I'm just putting it on the clock now to see how long it takes to fill up what I've just emptied out. Did a 2 minute on the pump. You can see there on the skimmer, it's dropped it down, good 1.5 inches, so I'll see how long that takes to fill up again, and then I can determine how often I have this pump out come on. So yeah, I'm happy that the water's clear. Obviously still need to get his parameters down with water changes, but we'll get there. I think I know what the cause of it was as well. Well, I pretty much do know what the cause of the filter stopping was. Obviously my skimmer's there, and it comes with this basket. Now, my own fault, I hadn't cleaned out that basket, or obviously I couldn't get it out because of that fixing that was in there, so I was just putting my hand in and getting out as much crap as I could. But when I came back to the disaster, which I had, that was completely full, and I don't think there was much water going through the skimmer at all, so it was all going through the bottom drain because I had these pumps set on pretty high. I was exceeding the maximum on the drum, so dropped the levels down, switched the pumps off, and I don't know why I didn't switch them back on, but yeah. But I'm taking that out completely now. I'm just going to leave that out. I don't want to risk that happening again. So yeah, lesson learned. Well guys, so I'm just going to pop out. I've got a pond closure to go to. Now, I saw this through a friend on Facebook who had shared the post. Basically, long story short, the guy moved into the house a couple of months ago, 3 months ago, and he's got 3 massive ponds in the back garden. Some old fella, some old timer, obviously loved his ponds because the whole of the garden is taken up by these 3 ponds. On his original post he says that there's 20 plus fish, koi, goldfish and others, so it's worth going to have a look. Obviously if I do bring anything back, it's going to be quarantined, it's not going in my pond, but yeah, we'll take a look, see what's there, give the chap a hand, really give him a little bit of advice. So yeah, let's I'm going to pop down there now and see what that's all about. Four of them cars. Jesus. And that's all ropes and turkeys. Rod, tench. Right, so it wasn't a wasted journey. Managed to find this one just before I was about to leave. We did look for it in the middle pond, but it evaded us, so I thought it had been taken, but couldn't understand why, because it's a bloody big fish coming in at 55 cm. It looks in reasonable condition, actually it looks in very good condition considering the pond hasn't been maintained for best part of a few months anyway. So got the temporary pool set up, so he's going to go in there, and just going to do a scrape on him. Obviously this ain't going into my main pond for a very long time. I'm going to keep him in the temporary pool for at least 2 months. I'm going to continue to do scrapes on him. The majority of the fish that are in those ponds were tench, rudd, some small, some common carp, a couple of goldfish, but Aaron's been making daily visits, so I think he's had most, well, he has had most of the koi. We think there's one other koi left in that pond, but we're going to empty them and see if we can get the other one out. But yeah, that's a big boy, so I'm going to get him in the temporary pond after I've given him a scrape. So there we are in the quarantine pool. She's a stunning fish. Not bad for nothing. Done a scrapes on him. Nothing's come back, although I couldn't get a decent, massive amount of slime. But I'll try again next week. Hopefully it would have built up a bit more of a slime coat. Seems really friendly as well. Very tame. Just what my pond needs, but like I said before, I'm not going to put him in there for at least a couple of months when I know that he's fine and he's not got nothing wrong with him, although he does look in tip-top condition considering he's been in those ponds that haven't been looked after for the last few months. I'm amazed at the condition he's in. But I've just been back to drop the lead off some hose so I can start draining them ponds, and he's just let me have this as well. 130 litres per minute air pump. So it's been a good day. I've just bought myself a new air pump for this pond as well, which I'm going to wire in now. I've just got to put it into the Blagdon box, which is a pain, but yeah, I need some air in here. Obviously I've just switched the easy pod off just so I can show you the fish. I've chucked a little bit of wheat germ in there. Doesn't seem too interested at the moment, but I'm sure it will liven up a bit. Right, so it's been 3 days since I came back from work and had the disaster, which was probably last week's video. I've just done another set of water tests. I've been doing water changes for the last 3 days. Did a couple of 15% water changes, and I've been doing smaller water changes 3 or 4 times a day since then as well, so I've changed a lot of the water. The pH is back to 8 kH. I did buffer it again this morning. I need to buffer it a little bit more. It's at 3 at the moment, so obviously I'm in my tap water's kH 0, so I do need to buffer, so that makes sense. So a bit more bicarbonate. Nitrite, that's fine. It's gone pink now, but yeah, it was barely a trace now on the chart, so that's good. Nitrate, could do with coming down, but I'm going to continue water changes. And also ammonia, yeah, ammonia wasn't an issue anyway, so happy with it, how it's come down. I haven't been feeding the fish at all since Thursday, since I got back and found out the pond was in a mess, so they're obviously hungry. My waste pump, I've set that up now to come on twice a day, once at 8 o'clock in the morning, once at 8 o'clock at night, and it turns on for 2 minutes each time and pumps water out the pond, and then my auto top up will top up again, so that'll be running from now on. So hopefully this time next week everything will be tickety-boo. Oh yeah, just tested that as well and it's working. So 130 litre per minute air pump for free. Can't moan at that. But I have bought another air pump. I bought it last week, and I need to stick it on this pond because I took the air pump from this pond to put onto the moving bed. So that's the job I'm going to do now. This one doesn't seem hungry, but not worried about that. So yeah, I'm going to have to arse around with that Blagdon box now and get this air pump set up.
So I've got myself another Halia V60. She's 60 litres per minute air pump. I do love these pumps, they are really quiet. I've had one for a while, and I've had it probably about 3 or 4 years now, so they last as well. So yeah, I bought this one obviously to go on this pond, this temporary pond. But yeah, I just picked up that other one as well from the pond closure, but yeah, don't matter anyway. Never have too much air. So yeah, let's get this opened up and wide into that bugger. Right, so there we go, that's all wired in. You can see that, yeah. So, got plenty of water movement now there. I've split that pump off into two on a two, just to slow the flow rate down through the pod. And I've opened the other valve, so that's creating surface movement as well. So plenty of water movement in there. Tell you what, whoever at Blagden designed them, you need to find yourself another job, mate. They're an absolute bitch to moor up. And that's that done anyway. Cover on him. So yeah, we'll leave him to settle in. And hopefully he's happy in his new home.
Right guys, that's it for this one. 3 days after the pretty much disaster that I had, I'm starting to recover from it, which is good. Quite a lot of water changes, obviously constantly testing the pond water, stopped feeding, everything seems to be getting back to normal. Obviously I lost that fish, which I'm absolutely gutted about. It is what it is. Hopefully I've put into place something now that will prevent that from happening again. I'm pretty sure it was the skimmer. So yeah, that's that problem sorted. Got my auto top-up system and my auto discharge all set up, so water changes should be happening daily now. So yeah, that's cracking. Yeah, so we'll leave it there for this one. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button to make sure you don't miss out on any future content, and hopefully things are looking up for the future. So until next time, thanks for watching.